Welcome to this special episode of We Are Wolverines. Today we are interviewing Ava Ross from the Student Body Candidates. Now, as a note, we as the UVU review team do not endorse any political candidates, but we do believe in free speech and we love to give people a voice. I'm also not like vocabulary adept.
Well, you know what? When you're not, reviewing all the amendments all the time, they kind of, go off into space a little bit.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad about it.
Are you a history buff?
Hell no.
No?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Strong.
Yes.
Why?
Oh gosh. So I'm studying medicine. Well, hopefully. I'm not in med school yet, but I am hoping to go to med school. That is the dream, the goal. I just think right now the political climate is so polarizing. And I do think it's important to be a part of conversations like that. I obviously have my beliefs, right? Of course, everyone does. But, specifically in this position, you're required to be unbiased and not necessarily step away from your values, but step away from affiliation with any political party.
And identity.
And I also, I don't want to say, I like to get all of my facts and then make a decision on what I believe. I do not like making any short side decisions. If I don't have all the information, I don't want to make a decision because I'm like, I need all the information. And then, wherever I fall is wherever I fall. Regardless of that, I think history is important, right? It's never been something I've been super, super passionate about. I think history is important, but I think in the light of the political climate we're in, I find a lot of the conversations to be counterproductive and also not very collaborative. And my field of interest is medicine, and collaboration is extremely important.
Totally.
And I find a lot of negative emotions surrounding history and politics, and so I don't really feel like it's just not my thing. I like to be a part of conversations that are productive and collaborative, and also I just don't feel like I know everything, and so if I feel like they're negatively charged, I'm gonna be less hesitant to contribute because I'm like, well, how do I know that you're not just going to take whatever I say and just be upset? So.
But it's a pendulum.
It is.
History teaches anything.
Yes, of course. Of course.
I think people are starting to get on this same page of like what you're saying. Like, where's the collaboration in this?
Yeah.
We got to like change something. And
And history is important. History repeats itself. I do believe that. I just,
a hobby.
It's not. I just find it very, very. It's just very full of conflict, and not my thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Not my thing.
Fair enough.
I like collaboration, and I like working together, and I don't like, being. I don't like pointing out people's flaws. I like to just say like, okay, what are you good at? What can we use with your skills, and do whatever it is we need to accomplish. So, cool. That's kind of my philosophy.
Do you have any hobbies?
Hobbies? Oh, girl.
Oh, girl.
I have lots of hobbies.
Wait. You strike me as a golfer.
Oh, no, I'm terrible at golf. I actually, this one time, I went on like this group hangout and I don't think I hit a ball one time, which was so frustrating for me because I was a dancer for like 17 years growing up. And so I was like, okay, I think I'm correlated, but now I'm having second thoughts about this because I'm like, oh, I can't even hit the golf ball. My sister-in-law is very, very good at golf, and so she told me she would teach me. So I have hopes of improving in the future. But hobbies, I actually am a huge painter.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What kind of paint?
So I use a lot of acrylics because it's inexpensive and they dry quick, so that's helpful. I would love to explore oil painting, but I think I need a little bit more of a larger apartment and a little bit more of a budget to start that.
Okay.
So, hopes in the future, maybe one day when I'm like a real adult with a real job.
As opposed to being a fake adult.
I'm totally fake adult right now.
Right.
I'm like, I'm still on my parents' health insurance. Like,
yeah. I think that's very relatable.
Yeah, so I'm like, I think just college is a weird transition time where you're like,
100%.
like, I don't know. I think I call my mom for literally everything.
Me freaking too.
I'm like-
I'm 25.
I'm like, girl, why aren't you answering? What else could you be doing right now?
What is more important than me right now?
I'm like, I
Your
need
child.
Literally. So yeah, anyways, hobbies. I'm a big painter. I love painting. I've been painting for years. Not as much right now because my schedule is jam-packed.
Tell me about it.
Oh gosh.
Actually, tell me about it.
Okay.
Like,
I have an Excel sheet. I have an
Oh?
Excel sheet Monday through Saturday or Sunday through Saturday.
that's crazy.
I kind of count off my weekends because I work 12-hour shifts Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh,
So those are my weekends for anyone curious.
are you a like CNA nurse?
I work as an
phlebotomist?
EMT in an ER.
EMT?
Yes.
Electromagnetic?
No,
Oh.
so close. Emergency medical technician.
I knew that.
So I've been an emergency medical technician for, oh my gosh, 3 years now.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Because I just renewed my license last year. Wild. So that's a great time. So I do that Friday through Sunday, and then I'm at school Monday through Thursday. So my Excel sheet starts off on Monday and goes till Sunday. But I'm also, medicine, right?
Mhm.
So I'm trying, or I guess I'm not trying. I am studying for the MCAT right now. So I wake up every morning at 6 a.m., bright and early. I study for the MCAT from 6 to 9 a.m. And then I go to class from anywhere from like 10 to 5. And then after that, I do homework and catch up on things that I haven't finished.
Oh.
And then also, like, I'm a senator currently. So
What?
okay.
I saw
Yeah.
that in your.
Yeah.
What
So
is that?
So I'm currently the senator for the College of Health and Public Service here at UVU. So I'm on student government currently. I've been
Uh-huh.
doing that for the last year. Prior to that, I was on Green Team. Loved Green Team.
Mhm.
If anyone wants to get involved, join Green Team. It is so fun, and it is the best experience I've ever had. It's basically like a volunteer group for the activities branch on student government.
Mhm.
And your job is to help set up the events, help take down the events, and during the event, your job is to like find students that, look like they need to be included, or, go find students that you're like, oh, like, I want to be friends with you, or just like, you basically just be involved with the students who are at the events. So it's been super fun because I find myself, I don't get embarrassed very easily when it comes to social situations. And so like I'll straight up like go talk to anyone. I love talking to people.
Mhm.
So I'm a big yapper. So anyone wants to yap, you know where to find me.
Let's wax philosophical here real quick.
Yeah.
Can we?
Yeah. Feel free to cut in at any time. Because my boyfriend sometimes has to be like, Ava, it's my turn. And I'm like, oh, good point. Let's hear your thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did student council for 1 year in high school.
Awesome.
So fun.
So
we
fun.
did a statewide convention,
Nice.
and I was in charge of food.
Yeah.
What's that called?
Catering?
Catering.
Yes.
Yeah, I did call it catering. I did, I promise.
Oh, I believe you. Yeah.
But I found that there's definitely like almost like personality types
Mm-hmm.
that are in school, at least in high school.
Fair.
I'm just curious if your involvement, do you see that remain the same, or is there kind of a place for more people, more diverse personalities, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Very good question. I think everyone on student government ultimately does have the same kind of core values when it comes to including students. Everyone on student government, especially everyone that I've been involved with on student government during my time here at UVU, has ultimately always been very, very kind, very inclusive, very open-minded, and also just willing to be the first. And I think that's really important. I think college is a very hard time. Like, my first year of college was probably the worst year of my life ever. Like, I was working a night shift job.
Oh, man.
And, like, I just had a really hard time making friends my freshman year. And, whatever you believe in, for me personally, I believe, obviously I have, my belief in God and everything. But I kind of think it was just, like, part of my plan to just not be at that specific college. So I ended up transferring to UVU. And because I'm a bit of a fighter and I'm a bit of a, like, I will hold on to something until the last second. And I will give it everything that I can until, like, I can't. And so I think me hating it so much, like, if I even liked it a little bit, I would have stayed. And so I think I had to hate it so much so I would leave. And so I think you know, being there for a year and then coming here was like a night and day difference. Like, I literally, my first 2 months, like, I was on the phone with my mom, right? And I was like, Mom, like, yeah, things are going good, like, you know, but I'm just wanting to get involved. And she goes, Ava, go to the student government office right now. She's like, just go, you know, just ask how you can get involved. And I was like, oh, Mom, I don't know. Like, I just don't know what's going to happen all this time. She's like, just go, like, just do it now. So I went and I literally asked the person at the front desk, I was like, hey, I don't know. Like, I just want to get involved. And she's like, well, with what? And I was like, well, I just want to be involved on campus. I don't really know with what. Like, I filled out some form online. I don't know. And oddly enough, the now current student body president, Kyle Colmore, was at the end of the like little like the desk, and he like straight up asked me, he's like, "Are you gonna come to the meeting?" And I was like, "What meeting?" And he's like, "Oh, the green tea meeting. Like it's happening right now." And I was like, "Yeah." I literally I was like, "I'm just gonna go." I went. I met all the amazing activities chairs, and they just like brought me in. And they made me feel so welcome. They didn't know me. They didn't know anything about me. They just said like, hey, like she just wants to be involved. Let's include her. And I like met some of my best friends on Green Team. And then after that, I applied to council. And that's how I ended up here.
Dude, that's cool.
So awesome experience. Shout out Kyle Colmore.
Shout out.
He's student body president now.
Didn't he get married?
Yes.
And he was on I reached out to him to get him on the show. And he was on his
honeymoon.
Is he back yet? Kyle.
I think we could call him on Teams.
Yeah, let's get him on Teams.
He's on. I think he was on campus this morning because we had a little campaign training this morning. So I saw him earlier.
Oh,
he's awesome.
I'll email him.
He's great.
Yeah.
And the activities chair, they get all the people on Green Team get split into different subsections, and so the one that I was put on was Alex's. And I'm not biased, right? I'm saying this just as my own experience. Alex is actually currently running for a position as well. But he actually, like, I was on his team, and he just was great. Like, so it was just, like, honestly, those two people, like Kyle and Alex, like, they really did change my experience here at UVU. And so, like, I feel like that has been a pretty consistent trend amongst everyone on council. Yeah. I haven't met a single person on council that I'm like, oh, wow, you're mean. Yeah. Everyone on council, I feel like, is just so nice and welcoming. And I think it's because we all lead with the same philosophy that it's like, be the first person. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I like how you rephrased it. I think I was asking the wrong question before I was like, what are the personality types? But you rephrased it as like core values. And I think that's really interesting that that's just a really good value to have. It's just like that, what's the word? When you go out and do things and get it done, proactiveness. I think that's really
collaboration.
Cool. Collaboration.
Team mindset, collaboration.
Mindset. That's right. Now, we were talking about, I think, your senator thing.
Oh, yeah.
Before.
Oh, my gosh. Let's talk about it.
Tell me about it.
Oh, I have loved being a senator so much. I have done so many things that I don't think I could have done anywhere else. Like, I guess I could just, like, list off some of the projects that I've done.
Well, so do you work in D.C.?
No.
What do you mean you're a senator?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So,
and what are you the senator of?
Okay, so student government, UVUSA.
Okay.
Okay.
Here.
Council, like the executive council. Uh-huh. So, like, that's your VP of academics, which is the position I'm running for. VP of activities.
VP of activities.
And VP of connections.
VP of connections.
And also the executive assistant sits on that.
Executive.
Which, shout out Bailey. She does not get enough credit.
Shout out Bailey.
Shout out Bailey. She's amazing. I actually hope she watches. Hi, Bailey. So that is like top dogs, right, for council. Then we split off into those three sections: connections, activities, academics. On the academics side, there's 7 senators for these 7 colleges at UVU. So I'm over the College of Health Science and Public Service. So I work really closely with the dean. So Sue Jackson. Hi, Sue.
Another shout out.
I love her. She is, I respect her so much. Yeah. So I'm over all of those 9 different colleges. So I'm over, I think, 7 bachelor's programs and 2 graduate programs. Whoa. Which is this is just PA, and then our healthcare administration master's program. So basically, I am the student advocate for them. So students will come to me, tell me their grievances or tell me things that they're concerned about. I report them back to Sue, or I report them to whoever is over that specific type of thing. Like I've gotten concerns about like facilities. I've gotten some concerns about like certain professors, concerns about structure and just so many things. But I meet with Sue all the time. She comes to my events. And her and I just have great conversations, very productive conversations. And she also leads with the same philosophy. She's very student focused. And I very much respect that in a person who's leading a whole college. So that's been super fun. So that's kind of the basis of it. And then we host 2 required events a year. So those 2 events being a forum, which is up for interpretation.
Please.
You do what you want to do with that. And then also Ask the Experts, where we bring in healthcare professionals to talk to students. So I hosted 6 events this year.
Holy cow. In 2026?
Or 2020. 25 to 2026, academic year.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
What were they?
Okay, so starting from the top, I did my Ask the Experts in September. It was end of September. I want to say it was like September 23rd, but we had to move the date. So anyways, I don't really remember. But I got 2 firefighter paramedics, a PA, and a nurse who I work with. His name is Manu. I love him. Yeah, so actually, the PA is actually a colleague of mine. And it's kind of funny because we were in a patient room, right? And we were talking about this patient had a laceration that we had to sew up. So I'm like, dabbing away at it, and she's sewing it up. And we're talking with the patient, just great conversation. It's kind of funny because when you're in a patient room, like you do have that formality and that professionalism, but more often than not, patients are a little bit more receptive towards you when you just talk to them like a person.
Yeah.
You don't approach them with, I'm a medical professional. Right. I know all these things. You just kind of approach them with like, again, collaboration. Hey, I'm here to help you. Let's talk about your concerns. How can I help you? Etc. And I actually asked her, I said, hey, I'm like, Jen, I have a question for you. And I just was wondering if you were interested, because we were on the topic of student government, and I was talking to the patient, I was talking to the PA, and we were just talking about it. And I was like, actually, I have this event coming up. Would you maybe want to come? And she's like, well, what is it? And I told her, and she's like, oh yeah, like I'll totally be there. And I was like, great. That's awesome. And the patient's like, oh, this is so fun. Like, and so it was just like a really good moment, like just getting to like, I don't know. I love a good community, and like I said, I love yapping.
Yeah. Like
I'll sit in patient rooms and we'll just yap while I'll do their work and stuff and get them all settled.
Yeah.
So I hosted Ask the Experts in September. That was fun. And actually the second half of that event we did HIPAA education. So that's a very big concern of mine, is I think it's super important for people to learn how to be HIPAA compliant. I think everything that I've ever learned about HIPAA has been from other medical professionals or even on the job, just through like observing other people. I think HIPAA compliance is very important. It's like Big Brother. It's like they're coming to get me or something. Yeah. So you just want to learn to be HIPAA compliant. So I did that, which was fun. And I had me and one of the ER nurses I work with. She's also a nurse educator. So we worked together on that presentation, which is really great. Yeah. So then in November, I hosted my forum. And I had to get special permission from my admin to host the November forum, because typically it's like you do one fall semester, one spring semester. So I was like, okay, like, because I had this big project that I wanted to do, and we'll get into it. Okay. Because it actually ended up being 3 whole events. So we'll talk about it.
Give me a brief rundown. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll chat. So yeah, November we did a nutrition based event where we educated students on like signs and symptoms of very common types of cancers. Yeah. And how to reduce your chances of cancer through nutrition. So like you basically like get your fiber. You know what I mean? Right. So we actually gave out these little like index cards, like they were laminated just for quick referrals, so students could take them and like use them like, oh, am I experiencing these symptoms? Should I contact a physician? X, Y, and Z. So that was a lot of fun, and we ran out of our supply very quick. So it was a great experience. But again, educational, academic senate, that was kind of the basis. Okay, so let's go back. Let's talk about October.
October was your forum.
So November was my forum. September was Ask the Experts.
Okay.
We skipped over one because it kind of all falls under like one
And this
thing.
Is all you working as a senator.
Yes. And my amazing team of department representatives. I could not have done any of it without them. And I mean that like from the bottom of my heart. I recruited 10. So I'm currently over a team of 10 people, all for designated colleges. for like all majors of my college. So like I essentially got 10 for like pre-nursing, pre-dental hygiene. We have health science, public health. There is emergency administration. There's forensic science, criminal justice. So I just recruited people as I saw like a need, essentially.
And is this stuff like down in the
SLIs? Yeah. So like at my job as a senator, essentially is to recruit department representatives at the beginning. So that's pretty much how I spent my summer on top of planning like initiatives that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I think I probably spent a good like 40 hours over the summer on campus. I mean,
crazy.
I was taking summer classes, so I wasn't just like, oh, I'm just going to go on campus and work. Like it was like, oh, let me, go to my lab. I'll come back, do some work, talk to some people. So I recruited my 10 department representatives, and it was actually Carter that he like inspired this idea for me, because he was talking, we were at ULA, which is just a leadership conference for all student governments over all of Utah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, Ava, he's like, have you ever thought about, giving away Narcan on campus? Do you guys know what Narcan is?
I have no idea what that is.
What is Narcan? Let's talk about it.
Please.
So Narcan is probably my favorite drug. That sounds really bad.
I think you need to elaborate
We'll
on
talk
that
about
a
it.
little bit.
So Narcan it's also known as naloxone, is a drug that reverses the effects of opioid overdose. You can find it at CVS. You can find it at any pharmacy near you. It's relatively expensive. I think 2 nasal sprays cost like $50.
Inexpensive.
No, I said expensive.
That is
I'm like
15 or 50?
50.
Oh, I thought you said
It's expensive.
15.
I mean, yeah, drugs, yeah. So it is a drug that reverses the effects of opioid overdose. So opioid overdose, right? So like you got your morphine, you've got like all like your hydrocodones, like all of your heavy opioid drugs, right? Like fentanyl. Very classic example. And right now Utah is actually in an opiate crisis.
Oh, are you serious?
And yeah, there's different theories, and I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but one of the biggest ones is that since we have I-15, like it's just, since it's such a big road and it spans through so many states,
right?
Like the drug trafficking is just crazy.
Dude, there was like, not to interrupt you, but there was a homeless guy I saw in the news. He dug a hole underneath the I-15. It was like 16 feet wide.
Jeez, that's dedication.
Like hibernating under it.
Wow.
And then,
yeah.
Crazy.
It's
Anyways.
crazy stuff happens. I know there's a lot of human
seriously.
trafficking that happens too. Just crazy things happen. There's a lot of things that happen. So one thing that I know, and this is not coming from a place of judgment, because who am I to judge?
Right.
College students love to experiment. And I respect that. I think, like I said, college is a very transformative time. And like I said, this is not coming up from a place of judgment. We all have our things. But because college kids love to experiment, I'm not saying they're going out and getting fentanyl.
Right.
What I am saying is that, like, for example, weed.
Right.
Like, I know a lot of people that smoke weed.
Yeah.
It's just a thing. Like, in high school, it was a big thing too. However, a lot of recreational drugs that are very available on the free market get laced with opioids, fentanyl.
Totally. So this Narcan stuff, you were selling it? What were you doing with
That's
it?
funny. Okay, so basically that's kind of the basis of this project. And my younger sister, at her little senior lock-in, because I'm from Texas, so this was way back in Texas. Actually, like there were some some high school students that had taken like an edible. And it was actually laced with fentanyl, and there were 12 students that went to the hospital, like got hospitalized because they, had fentanyl overdose. Yeah. Really scary stuff. Totally. Like I'm like, they're just kids. They're just, like, oh dude, I should try this. Right. Like they're just experiencing high school, and they're like, oh, I'm about to go to college. Let's just get crazy tonight. Like my mom's not here. Right. So yeah, very scary reality we live in. And so Narcan actually completely reverses the effects of opioid overdose. Sometimes you have to give a couple doses, but in the brain, right? If we're looking at the brain, you have pain receptors, right? So you have the little fun pain receptors, and it's the fentanyl or whatever other opioid being used attaches to these pain receptors. It blocks them off, and they hold them. They hold on to them really tight, right? They hold on to them really tight, to relieve the effects of pain, right? However, because fentanyl is such a strong drug, like it holds onto those receptors tight, and when you take opioids, or like for example when we sedate someone in the ER, we keep them on like high flow oxygen because what happens is their respiratory system like depletes and they can stop breathing. And that's a very scary, very, very scary thing. You know, that can lead to all sorts of things. Like you have to intubate the patient if they're not getting enough oxygen saturation. You only have like 7 minutes before like irreversible brain damage can occur.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's very high stakes.
Totally.
So I was like, oh my gosh, like this is a problem.
Yeah.
This is something we're facing.
Totally.
So what I did was I emailed who's now a good friend of mine. Her name is Mikkel. She works at the Utah County Department of Health. And I said, hey, I know you don't know me, but I'm like, this is something I'm wanting to do. Essentially, her and I worked together to get all of my department representatives Narcan trainer certified, and also some of the wellness interns Narcan trainer certified.
Yeah.
Then she gave us 84 kits to give out to college students.
Oh, shoot.
So
For free?
For free. Because the state gets a supply.
Oh.
Because, you know, it's like just a part of like the national crisis. Like we're supposed to be,
Yeah.
you know, working against this opioid crisis. And so
Totally.
the state has like, we have like federal funding that is designated for that purpose.
Wow.
And so I worked with her and she was like, you know, my colleagues, like, we love that you're doing this. Like, you know, college kids are especially like a vulnerable population.
Yeah.
You know, again, no hate. This is such a transformative time. The way that you cope is completely up to you.
Right.
And can I swear on this? I don't want to say
know.
anything
Can you?
crazy. I was just say,
Keep it.
oh,
No swearing.
I'm trying to think of a better way to say it. Things happen.
Yeah.
Substitute that with a word, okay? But yeah, things happen. And so it was awesome. It was, oh my gosh, it was probably my favorite event.
The forum.
No, the Narcan event, yeah.
The Narcan event.
So it was like a whole thing, and we did it's called like Don't Jeopardize Your Future. It was great. We ran out of Narcan kits within 45 minutes.
Wow.
It was crazy to see, and the amount of students that told me or department representatives saying like, oh, I had a friend that overdosed last month, or I had a family member that I'm concerned about, you know, X, Y, and Z, or like maybe even they're concerned about themselves.
Yeah.
Very amazing project.
Wow.
I loved it. So
That's amazing.
Hopefully, again, when it comes back to collaboration, like in medicine, I think, you know, getting people educated on these small things that you can do to potentially save a life is just, it compounds, you know?
Yeah.
Even if you're like, oh, here's some Narcan. Oh, but I remember like 10 years ago at my college, like this random chick taught me how to use this. Let me use this knowledge. And you're protected under the Good Samaritan law.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just, it was a really great project. And I really hope that all that Narcan, you know, is either being stored or, you know, being put to good use.
Yeah.
And then, you know, me and my department representatives got to be a part of that, you know, thing. Like we did that. We just, you know, spearheaded that and hopefully save some lives.
What a cool experience.
Yeah.
That's like, even, I'm from Arizona, so
Yeah.
I'm not from here.
Oh,
I don't
hot.
really know. I'm not super
Really hot.
like, what?
Hot and dry there, huh?
No, I'm from northern Arizona, so
Oh,
it's
okay, so
actually
it's, like,
like
nice.
20 degrees cooler.
Oh, that's
Super nice.
Yeah. Okay.
But, so I'm not like, I wouldn't say that I'm super educated on the current stuff going on in our counties and our state.
Yeah.
So it's really good to like, it's really good to be aware of those kind of things.
Yeah.
And just know what's going on, and like someone like you spearheading that is really cool.
It's been fun. We might do another one,
Yeah.
but we'll see. It's kind of, it's up in the air right now. There's
Yeah.
some things and some hoops
me
I got to
posted.
jump through,
Keep me
but
posted.
I'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
We'll do it. So yeah, speaking of saving lives, actually yesterday I just had my last event.
Yeah.
And this was the second part of kind of this big saving lives initiative. Not that I think I'm going to save all the lives, but just small things that I was hoping would, again, compound to,
Yeah.
you know, hopefully save lives in the future.
Cool.
So I had a friend back in 2023 that passed away from a sudden cardiac arrest. Very sad. Very, very sad day for 18-year-old Ava.
Yeah.
And this was, he's way older than me. He was like a mentor to my family. He's kind of like an honorary uncle.
Right.
He knew my brother because he was, you know, my brother did football and he met my brother through there. And he like, you know, he was big just like instructing football players and stuff. So just very big in the community. And so he met my brother, he met us, and just big mentor for me. You know, always just very encouraging of me to pursue my dreams and to just, you know, never give up fighting. And he was always just very, very encouraging to me. And in 2023, he was working on his ranch. You know how they do down in Texas.
Down in Texas.
Work on them ranches, work on them fields.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, put up them fences. And he had a sudden cardiac arrest and died.
Wow.
Very, very, very sad day for me.
Yeah.
I was so upset. I had dropped my sister off. Then my mom called me, and I went to go fill up her car, and I actually put the wrong gas in her diesel powered car.
Oh no.
Mind you, tears, sobbing. I'm like putting the little thing in, and I'm like, oh my gosh. It ended up being fine. Her car was fine. Very, very, very rough day for me. So during that time, like when I had found out, like I was upset, but then I was also thinking, what could have prevented this? I'm like, this shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
This is not something, and it does. You know, you can't play God in these scenarios.
Not at all.
So I decided that I was going to plan and teach people how to do CPR. I was like, and even just working in an ER for 2 years, like my conviction has just gotten so much stronger that I think everyone should learn how to do CPR. I feel so strongly about that.
I agree. I've had to get CPR certifications.
Yeah, everyone in this room, looking at all of you.
Yeah.
Because actually, when you start CPR immediately on scene, you actually double their chances of living. If you don't start CPR early enough, there's not much people can do in the ER to bring them back. So, like starting good quality compressions is like so much better than waiting for 911 to come.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you call 911, they're fast.
But
not as fast as you might necessarily need. You need to start it immediately.
5 minutes.
You can get that little AED on.
Yeah.
And like there's things that you can do to help. And so on Tuesday, we hosted the Donnie Ferry Project for members of the community, and actually the family from Texas flew in to come participate.
Wow.
So it was kind of like an honorary memorial for, his name was Donnie. So we did that on Tuesday, and then on Thursday, which was yesterday, we did one for members or students.
Wow.
So, I mean, obviously I was running the event, I was helping, and we got certified instructors from the emergency response team here on campus to just all come and participate and teach students how to do CPR.
Wow.
Not certifying because that would take 3 hours plus to do, but we wanted to educate students on basic skills that you could even learn on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just get the awareness out, get people to know how to do these basic skills, because you know, again, it could save a life one day.
Seriously.
So.
Yeah.
I think that was also one of my favorite projects because it kind of was like, okay, well, I'm like, Donnie, I love you. I hope that you are resting in peace, but
it's such an honor.
This is something that we are going to, you know, I don't want people to experience that.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It's the worst.
And like, I think just working in ER for so long, like I've experienced so much death. It's such a common theme in my life. And it's just, I have become so passionate about health and wellness and just community outreach things.
Yeah. I'd love to get more into the your involvement in the student body and how all of your experiences have like played a role in your motivation for this, and like how you plan on applying it into this position.
Yeah.
So let me simplify this a little bit. First of all, why are you running for this position? And second of all, what is the position that you are running for?
Okay. VP of Academics. So, like I said,
let's VP of Academics. I need to slow it down for my brain.
I'm running to be the Vice President of Academics here at Utah Valley University. Okay. That is the role. Me as a senator, I'm over department representatives. The VP of Academics is over all the senators.
Okay.
So I want to have my own team.
Yeah.
I'm building the Avengers, guys.
That's the position up above from what you've been doing.
Yes. So it's my current boss. She's graduating, and I want her job.
No hard feelings.
No, I adore her.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the position I'm running for. Question why? Why am I doing
Why
that?
are you wanting to do this?
Guys, like I said, I've loved my time being a senator. I just don't think my time is up. There's so many initiatives that I still want to do. That are a little bit less event-based, a little less healthcare-based, and more administration-based.
I see. A different hat to put on. Yeah, we're switching it up. There like some of the initiatives that I want to do, for example, like excelling
in your preparation for graduate programs. I want to have affordable MCAT, LSAT, TEAS classes for students to take to hopefully get to whatever grad school they want to go to. So that's one of my initiatives that I want to do. Another thing is I've wanted to, for the longest time, implement gunman drills on campus.
What's that?
Intruder drills.
Oh, intruder drills. Oh,
We have fire drills, we have earthquake drills, and I think there's a need to have intruder drills, in case of emergency. And so that's
yeah.
something else I want to implement, hopefully.
How would you? I mean, what does that look like to be the VP of the academics?
Yeah. Okay.
And,
Yeah.
how do you do that?
Background. So, as the VP of academics, you're assigned to multiple different upper administration committees to sit on. Like, one example is like the workforce alignment committee. So you basically sit on a bunch of different committees with upper administration to discuss student issues.
I see.
One of the coolest things I got to do as a senator is actually I was on the Dean Search Committee for the College of Health Science Public Service. Dr. Jackson was the interim dean at the time, and then they decided, let's look for a new dean, and I was the student rep on that. So I got to talk to and review hundreds of very qualified CVs, and I'm like over here with like barely my bachelor's degree,
Right.
and I'm like, oh, you have a PhD, like that's great. So does
crazy.
everyone else.
Imposter syndrome hits hard.
That sounds kind of bad, but like I was like reading it and I was like, I shouldn't be. I'm like, am I qualified for this? I'm like,
That's crazy.
Like these are very qualified, highly educated people, and I'm reviewing these CVs, like trying to pick who's the best. Girl, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I will say the administration at UVU really is student focused. And so having a student rep, like for example, the student body president sits on the board of trustees, being the student rep, being the student advocate, and so as VP of academics, I also sit on various, hopefully we'll sit on various committees and bring student issues forward. So I'm hoping to bring my concerns to upper administration, through the proper routes, getting those things to happen.
Are you nervous?
For
if you were to be elected, like, are you nervous to like fulfill that position?
Yes and no. I think any new position is intimidating.
Totally.
But I also work with like MDs and surgeons.
You're used to high stakes, kind of pressurized.
Yeah, I think one skill I've gotten very good at is just not taking things personally.
Yeah.
There's been many situations where like a physician would be like, Ava, get this.
Right.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And like maybe it sounded mean in the moment, but I don't care. Like these are lives at stake.
Right.
Like my personal feelings in this moment do not matter.
There's more important things.
They're more important than matter. So I'm like, I definitely am not afraid to ask questions. I'm definitely not afraid to make my concerns known.
Yeah.
And especially if I was repping the students, like that is my job. Like I need to put my personal feelings out the window.
Yeah.
And I need to focus on the matters at hand, which is getting things done for the students.
Yeah.
Like my whole job is to improve the academic experience at UVU. So that's another initiative I have. I have a whole list in my phone. It's like 10 different things. And it will be really interesting to see like where the red tape is set up because, I don't have a PhD. That is just my little thing. I don't have a PhD, but there's obviously rules and regulations I have to follow. So it'll be really interesting to see what can I do? What's my scope of practice?
Right.
So like those are just a couple of them.
If you could explain, if you could describe in 30 seconds why students should vote for you, what would you say? And I'm going to time you.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Ready? Why
students should vote for me. I have experience. I've been a senator for a whole year. I've done some crazy projects that have been amazing. I'm very involved in obviously leadership, like I'm hosting and many events, and also just being over 10 different department representatives has given me a great understanding into kind of the student voice and how to be, work in collaboration with many students. I've worked on numerous different research projects, including qualitative data on student feedback. So like the feelings and feedback form, I was on that task force, qualifying the data and sending all those concerns to upper administration. Oh my gosh, this is kind of like on the spot.
Keep going.
What else? I work great under pressure, obviously.
Obviously. Crazy.
I'm like, I also, this is kind of a crazy statement, but it's true. My mom is always telling me, she's like, Ava, she's like, you need to have more balance in your life. Go out, go hang out with your friends, go. And I have just never been a huge party person. No hate. Okay, that's a lie. I love dancing. Like, if I'm going out with my friends, you know, we're going to get crazy. We're going to hang out. We're going to dance. It's going to be a great time. I love dancing. I love socializing. However, I've always been very, very big. And, like, I just have very laser focus. If I want to do something, I'm going to do something within reason and within, you know, structure. But, like, I think if you're going to talk to my friends and ask what they think about me, like, discipline.
The spreadsheet.
The spreadsheet.
Vote for her because of my spreadsheet.
Because of my 30-minute increment spreadsheet. Yeah, I live my life very structured. And, like, if there's something I want to do, it will get done. And I don't really believe in balance. I believe in results. Yeah. That is my kind of like my life motto. And then also this thing that I have with my department representatives, each semester we chose like a theme, like a little stupid Pinterest quote to run by. Yeah. And falls.
Live, laugh, love.
The falls was this picture of this glowing horse, and it says, "I will succeed because I'm crazy."
A glowing horse?
Yeah.
Because I'm crazy.
Dude, I'll show you if you want.
I want that. I'm gonna put that as my screen.
That was our fall theme. And so, like, anytime we were like stressed about something, I'm like, we'll succeed because we're crazy. Like, it's not about let's get this grind, let's do this, like, discipline, all that stuff. Like, no, we're crazy. We're getting this done. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so it's just kind of like a comical way to just get things done. And then spring semesters was there's this picture of this like hamster in like a little car, and it's like pink, and it says the horrors persist, but so do I. So that was our theme for the spring.
That's awesome.
And it's been awesome. I love them so much.
That's
and
amazing.
Yeah, so it's been great.
Do you have a slogan? A catchphrase.
Oh, for my campaign? Yeah, so let's my campaign name is Vote for Ava the Stallion. Y'all know Megan the Stallion? Oh, so cool. Vote for Ava the Stallion, put horsepower in academics. And then I have another one. And it's like, vote for Ava the Stallion, no bull, just great academics. Because my picture is like with a cow. That's awesome. I went back to Texas. I was roping them.
Eat more chicken. Don't be chicken.
Don't be chicken. But no bull, just great academics. Vote for Ava the Stallion.
Hey, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in and talking with us. It was so fun.
Dude, we should yap more often.
We should. 100%. Let's connect.
Yeah.
And yeah, best of luck with everything.
Thank you.
The campaign is starting the next week.
Yeah, Super Saturday's tomorrow.
Super Saturday.
And then we have our publicity up for a week. And then after that, voting starts March 2nd at 8 a.m.
Okay.
I have QR codes on my posters.
And how can students vote?
Scan the QR code.
Scan the QR code?
Scan the QR code. You can vote on your phone. If you don't have access to a phone, they have in-person voting booths that you can do as well. So those will be up all week.
And voting opens March 2nd. Monday morning, March 2nd.
8 a.m. voting starts. Vote for Ava the Stallion. No bull. Just great academics.